listening to the TurnbucklePad. I'd like to introduce to you a newcomer in the Midwest that I've recently come to see. Say hello to Matt Markey. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
We can't complain. We've been seeing you around, so we want to take a moment out to get to know a little bit more about you. What brings you to the Midwest? What brings you to CSW, and how do you like it?
Well, I've been in the Midwest my whole life. I was born, raised in Chicago, nearby suburbs anyway, and I love this town. I love this city. I mean, I think it's a great place for anything. I mean, whether it's wrestling, whether it's sports, whether it's entertainment. I mean, it's one of the meccas of the world. I mean, we live in a country with New York and with LA and Chicago. People around the world know it. And so it was a great place. I mean, a great place to grow up in even a better place to forge a career.
Would you say Chicago's becoming the hotbed for wrestling?
It's definitely one of them. I mean, there was a time when, in the territory days, when they were all over, and then after everything kind of became conglomerated, that kind of dropped off, and you had little pockets like Ring of Honor growing out of the Philadelphia area, and now there's PWG growing out of the LA area. But I think Chicago and the Midwest is really coming in there with those groups. People come to Chicago for wrestling. They see it. There are names. I just saw Dreamwave Wrestling mentioned in Pro Wrestling Illustrated, for example. A company that a few years ago maybe very few people heard of, but now it's more and more on the rise. Chicago is on the rise.
What is it that you like about Chicago so much when it comes to wrestling? Is it like fans, or is it...
Chicago wrestlers get it. As weird as that sounds, I've found in the short time I've been in this business, they get it. They get it the way I get it. You know, it's not, most of these guys aren't people who grew up, saw Stone Cold on TV and said, okay, I'm going to go do that, and I'm going to go play in a ring. These guys get it. They get why this is entertaining, why it's so compelling, why so much athleticism goes into it, what makes it what it is, what makes it the art form, what makes it the entertainment that it is. It's hard to explain, but other than that, I just can't think of any other words other than they get it.
Despite the fact that you're an active wrestler and a lot of people get to see you, do you take a lot of time out to watch others, like people you enjoy watching?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you have to learn by watching others, and that's the only way you're going to learn. You learn by doing, you learn by watching. That's all you can do. So I do what I can, and when I'm not doing whatever I can, which is a lot, by the way, when I'm not doing that, I'm watching. I'm watching, I'm learning. Right now, in this room, we've got some guys working on a football team. They're watching plays. Like a good football team watches plays of their team, of other teams, I watch other wrestlers compete. Because not only do I want to emulate the best in the business, not only do I want to see what they do right and do that myself, I want to find the people who I'm going to be across the ring with one day. I want to get in their head, and I want to figure out what they're going to do, leading to my best chance of victory.
That being said, what are your future goals right now? I mean, right now you're at CSW. Do you have any other feds or any places you would like to be or go one day?
Everywhere in the world. I will go where anyone will take me, but my ultimate goal is to get to the top of the top. Now, I'm telling you, I mean, I will wrestle in LA, I will wrestle in Chicago, I will wrestle in New York, I will wrestle in Milwaukee, LaSalle, Tampa, Orlando, Louisville, wherever will have me, and I'll dominate wherever I go. But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, at the end of the career, everyone around the country, and more importantly, everyone around the world, on a global scale, is going to know the name of Matt Markey.
You seem to be a fond student of the game. Maybe you could tell me, what is it you like about pro wrestling now, and what you don't like about pro wrestling now?
There's actually, and I might get a lot of flack for this, there's actually not a whole lot I don't like about pro wrestling right now, because there's a lot that I think the fans don't like about pro wrestling. I think that's what they find so antagonistic about me sometimes, because there's a lot of backlash from the older fans about this entertainment era that the WWE has brought in. You know, they feel it's a departure from pro wrestling. They feel it's a departure from hard-hitting action. I love it. This business is entertainment, my friend. This business is all about spectacle, and that's everything I am, because I am, as I say out in the ring, it's not just a show when I'm talking like this. I'm a classically trained actor. I've been on stage. I've been in films. I've learned Shakespearean. I've learned Latin. I've done all these things that I talk about. It's not all just shoots, lights, and cameras. It's not. So I understand entertainment from a different aspect than most of these guys do. They come in here and they want to smack each other across the face. I come in here and I want to make you laugh. I want to make you smile. I want to make you cry. I want to make you feel something. And so I think that's what the big shift in wrestling has been over the past few years. And I don't think that's a bad thing. And if you want to disagree with me, that's just fine. But to each his own.
Amen to that. Well, Matt, we ask this question to everybody that comes on my show. And this is, again, an educated purpose for my show. What advice would you give to someone new or someone trying to get into the business?
I've actually been thinking about this a lot lately because I'm new in this business myself, and there's not a day goes by that I don't feel lucky for the success I've had in the short run. And to some people it may not look like much, but I'm the one back here in these locker rooms. I'm the one backstage sometimes. I'm the one helping set up the ring sometimes. But the opportunities I've already been afforded, not everybody gets. And I credit that to one thing: preparation. Like I was telling you before, this isn't something you just you see on TV and say, I'm going to go do. If you feel that way, great. But prepare yourself. Physically, mentally, emotionally, get yourself prepared. If you've never stepped foot in a gym, you don't have any business in this ring. Get in shape. If you've never really sat down and watched wrestling for what it is, rather than just it's on TV, really watch what are those guys doing in there. Why did he just put that headlock on that guy? Why did he do that move at that time? So on and so forth. Watch wrestling. Study it. Don't just watch it. Study it. And get yourself ready to be out there. This ain't a business for closet types. This ain't a business for shut-ins. You're going to be out there burying yourself in any kind of outfit, saying any kind of thing, doing all sorts of different moves and actions. It's not for the shy. So prepare yourself in every aspect you can. Ready yourself. And then when you feel ready, if you really want to do this, find somewhere to go and learn from the best.
You heard it here, fans. Keep an eye on one of the hottest talents in the Midwest right now. Keep your eyes on Mr. Matt Markey. Matt, we thank you for this time, and we look forward to seeing more. Best wishes to you in your career.
Thank you very much.
Until then, fans, stay tuned. Peace.